Hey, what is going on guys, and welcome back to another Monster Hunter video, and my first Iceborne video. I'm sorry it's taking me this long to make a video, but, you know, I've been grinding my ass off, and college has gotten in the way, so... But anyway, today I have some Charge Blade sets for you guys, because, of course, I'd be making a Charge Blade video. Now, fair warning, these builds are heavily focused around endgame and for endgame, and as such, require materials from endgame monsters, so consider this your spoiler warning, I guess, even though the game's been out for over a week now. And they also require rare tier 4 decorations, okay? So take these builds with a grain of salt and don't have a heart attack in the comments. And to be honest, the game showers you with decos anyway, and you can save scum carved face stones if you really wanted to. So with all that out of the way, let's get into these sets. This first set that I want to show you guys is a little bit of an outlier, and it's made with more or less the old school Charge Blade playstyle in mind, which is just spamming SAEDs. As such, it has Artillery 5 and the highest raw. The weapon we're going to be using for this is the Melting Grasp, which is the Acidic Glavenus Charge Blade. It has the highest raw in class, can reach purple sharpness, has no element, and a level 4 slot. I have mine augmented for 2 health regen augments slotted with an Iron Wall / Attack Jewel. For health regen on this, you're going to need Tempered Puke and Scarred Yangaruga materials. The helmet we're going to be using is the Zora Headgear Alpha Plus, slotted with a Charger Jewel and an Elementless Jewel. You can build Master Rank Zora armor from gathering bone piles and mining outcrops in the Guiding Lands. The chest is the Damascus Mail Beta Plus, slotted with a Guardian / Attack Jewel, a Magazine Jewel, and an Artillery Jewel. You can craft this if you have any Master Rank Legiana materials. The gauntlets are the Guild Palace Braces Beta Plus, slotted with an Artillery +4 Jewel and an Attack Jewel, but in reality this is a free level 1 slot that you can use whatever you want. You can craft this using Master Rank Arena coins. The coil is the Zora Spine Beta Plus, slotted with an Iron Wall / Attack Jewel and a Sharp Jewel. The boots are the Zora Spurs Beta Plus, slotted with another Iron Wall / Attack Jewel and a Handicraft Jewel. And the charm is the Handicraft Charm 4, which you can upgrade from its previous form by using Tempered Kieran materials from the Guiding Lands and Tempered Glavenus pieces. As a whole, this would give you level 5 attack boost, maxed out handicraft, level 5 artillery, maxed out focus, level 3 guard, maxed out offensive guard, a spare level of earplugs and tremor resist, capacity boost, a spare level of flinch free, which is actually pretty good for multiplayer since it prevents you getting knocked back or tripped by your longsword teammates, protective polish, and a non-elemental boost, and of course, the Zora set bonus, Artillery Secret. Like I said, this set is mainly designed with the old school SAED spam playstyle in mind. This CB has very little purple sharpness, but with protective polish you can get a decent amount of mileage out of it. I recommend using the Wetfish Fin Plus and mapping it to your radial menu so you can sharpen your weapon while it's drawn and in one swipe, and obviously eat for Feline Bombardier before every hunt to increase the damage of your files. This set is extremely strong, especially against monsters that you can KO easily and just land all of your SAED files on them. The second set I have for you guys is a bit more versatile in my opinion and benefits more aspect of playing Charge Blade, including the new Axe mode, while still having all the core things that Charge Blade needs. For this one, we're going to be using the Luna Aostra, which is the Gold Rathian Charge Blade. You can find Gold Rathian by leveling up your Wildspire region in the Guiding Lands to level 6. I have mine augmented for a health region augment and a element / status effect up, and slotted with 2 Tenderizer Jewels. You can augment for health region with Tempered Namiel and Tempered Zenogre materials, and you can augment for element up with Tempered Radoban and Otogaron materials. The helmet is the Zora Headgear Beta Plus, slotted with an Iron Wall / Attack Jewel, a Critical Jewel, and an Artillery Jewel. The chest is the Damascus Mail Beta Plus, slotted with a Guardian / Attack Jewel, a Magazine Jewel, and an Artillery Jewel. The gauntlets are the Guild Palace Braces Beta Plus, slotted with an Iron Wall / Attack Jewel and a regular Attack Jewel. The coil is the Damascus Coil Beta Plus, slotted with a Handicraft +4 Jewel, a Tenderizer Jewel, and a final Artillery Jewel. Boots are the Garuga Greaves Beta Plus, slotted with another Handicraft +4 Jewel and 2 Critical Jewels. You can build these boots by finding Jangaruga in the Guiding Lands. And the charm is the Razor Sharp Charm, and you can get this by completing the capture quest your housekeeper in Celiana gives you. This gives you level 4 attack boost, level 4 handicraft, which is just enough right before the white sharpness gets maxed out. This also gives you maxed out crit boost, weakness exploit, focus, artillery, offensive guard, 2 levels of critical eye and guard, capacity boost, a spare but very welcome level of flinch free, and razor sharp. With the immense amount of white sharpness this thing has, Razor Sharp works wonders in making it last an eternity. Now because this has poison, we can't put an Elementless Jewel on it, but it has very high raw by itself and a decent amount of poison, which more than makes up for the damage throughout a fight, and you can also apply it quite quickly with Savage Axe attacks as they hit multiple times. And since you have a decent amount of crit as well, 75% on wounded parts, and the Charge Blade is a heavy weapon, which means you only need to do 1 claw attack to wound it, makes it pretty often and common to get these wounded pieces and get the crit chance from weakness exploit. You can get a lot of damage in easier to find openings with your axe attacks as well. You basically want to pocket some files, use your axe mode as often as possible, and then use your SAD whenever the monster gets tired, flinched, tripped, or KO'd, and it is incredibly strong. Even versus things that aren't really prone to poison. The only thing I would change up is maybe having another level of guard, because monsters in high rank knock you back a lot. But I'm not personally willing to give up a level of artillery or attack for it, but if you are, or you don't have the jewels, then you absolutely can. Now if for some reason you don't want poison, you can use this exact same set with the Shada Ishvalda Charge Blade, which is truly elementless. This has slightly lower raw than the Acidic Glavenus, but it has considerably more sharpness, and it has 2 level 1 slots, which I filled with 2 Iron Wall jewels. I have mine augmented for health regen, which also requires Tempered Namiel and Zinogre mats. Now obviously we need to swap our jewels around a bit because this needs level 5 handicraft, so we can't have level 3 crit boost without giving up offensive guard and level 4 attack boost, which in my opinion is not worth it. I'd much rather have the higher base raw, but since it's elementless, it'll work pretty much anywhere, and Razor Sharp makes the purple and white last a decent amount of time. However, versus Elder Dragons and things like the Rathalos family, this set is much better. This one uses the Ruiner Nergigante Charge Blade. I have mine augmented for health regen and element up, and it requires the same mats as the Goldrathian and the Shada Ishvalda, which is Tempered Namiel. The armor pieces are exactly the same, but the jewels are again swapped around a little bit since the weapon doesn't have 2 level 2 slots, but this doesn't need handicraft at all, so we can have all the same skills with a level 3 health boost on top of it all. You could also use any kind of level 4 deco that has critical boost on it, and another one that has weakness exploit on it as well, and then just finish up the skill with the level 1 slot in the gloves. I just chose health boost, but you can pick whatever, or if you don't have any good tier 4 decos, you can just use regular tier 2 crit boost and tenderizer jewels. This also has some dragon damage on top of everything, and it has high Elder Seal, which can help a lot in fights versus Nergi, Kushala, and Val. Unfortunately, it no longer has the Bristle Brush Sword, which some people hated, but I personally really liked. Anyway, those are my Charge Blade sets, guys. If you have any suggestions, then please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear them. And if you enjoyed the video or found it useful, then consider leaving a like, as it really does help me out. I would like to thank my patrons for their continued support, and I would like to thank you guys for watching. I'll be back with some more sets soon, so I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care.